Hello students, today I am going to give you introduction to central tendency. Why it is called central tendency, I'll tell you. What are the three ways of measuring central tendency? What are the different types of data, and from the different type of data how we find mean, median and mode. This is what we will see. So any board you see follows this general example, but some boards have some difference. So while teaching I'll tell you. So in general, even in other boards also we follow the same pattern with some small difference. So here especially I will concentrate with the ICSE board. So you will see this is my introductory video where I'll give you the full outline of this whole chapter. You will see two videos at each. I have already put two on mean, two on median and two on mode, and then you will see one or two more on each, especially with related to group data. So at least two more will come in each of this three thing, mean, median, mode, with respect to ungroup data, group data and group data with class interval. So two each you have. So this after introductory lesson, if you want to know what is the pattern and what type of question and how we have to do them, so please see this video fully, and after that see this 6 videos to have the basic understanding of this chapter, and few more you require to do harder sum with respect to group data with class interval. So let me start with the main concept. What is the meaning of central tendency? See, any type of data you will see. Okay, we have three type of data. I'll explain. Data has a tendency to cluster around a certain value. We will see possibly at the center, somewhere, like, see one example I'll give you. If you give exam, you will see some children are very weak. Okay, like this, I could not put all the values. Suppose there is a 100-mark test or 50-mark test. So those who get very less are less, and those who get highest are also less. Most of the children are in the middle. Around, if you take 100-mark test, it can be 40, 50, 60. So there lies our answer with mean, median, mode. So they cluster around a certain value, possibly at the center of observation. So this is called central tendency, and we have three ways of finding their mean, median and mode. So each one of this in detail, if you want to see, you have to go to my individual video. So mean I have put part 1, part 2, median part 1, part 2, mode part 1, part 2, and more will come in coming few days, where you will see that the difficult sum related to this, we are doing this because this is a bigger sum, they take time and they are a little harder. So two video will be enough for you to get the whole overview, the bird's eye view of this full thing. So this was introduction about central tendency. Now we move on to different types of data. So first one, so here we find mean, median, mode of these three different types of data. Number one, what we call ungrouped data, which is also called raw data. You will see, children, is anything like you see, you gave few unit tests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of 30 mark you had test, and this is how you performed in 7 subjects. One you got 11, one you got 19, one you got 7, one you got 13. So such data are called ungrouped data. Next we move on to what we call group data discrete, means final value. You'll say, what is difference between discrete? So this is also group data, this is also group data. Discrete means there is no class interval here. Whereas in group data, this is also group data in form of classes, or what I call CI. CI means class interval. CI stands for class intervals. So these two are little different. Group data, discrete, where we have no class interval here, like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. And this group data in form of classes can be of two types, which we'll see. So when I come to the later part of the video, you will see that they can be continuous and discontinuous, and how we bring about the change, that we will see. There are two types of this, so that we will see later. So this is group data discrete. You can see height in centimeter, number of student. So this is height 110 centimeter. There are 6 children in a class. 115, there are 8 children. 118 centimeter, there are 14 children. Like that the data goes on, etc. So this is what we have, group data discrete. Next is group data in form of classes, which I have already explained. So in the second part of my video, what I'll do, I will leave this here. I will tell you how we get mean, median, mode from this three type of data. So children, you are seeing this introductory video. You may understand few things, you may not understand. After going through this three, each one you will have 3-4 videos. Then you come back and revisit this first. This is my very first video on introduction to central tendency. So this is introductory lesson. So please come back after doing here at least two parts. You can see video, come back and see, then you will be able to understand it in a much better way. So here I am teaching you. So I am following here M.L. Agrawal's book for doing, and I think this is exercise 21, where we have 21.1, 21.2, 21.3 and like that. So where I have already solved for you many questions. So here first thing you will see how. So here I told you there are 3 ways of measuring central tendency. First one is called mean. Mean, children, if you want to find for this ungrouped data, so mean is your sum of things by number of things. This, children, you have already done in class 8 and 9 maybe also. So you know this. This is also called average. So this is, if you see, x1 plus x2 like that, xn to the power n. So this is for ungrouped data. So I'll write one ungrouped data corresponds to. Second one, you will see, when we have group data discrete, we have mean is equal to summation of fx by summation of f. Summation of fx by f. So this, please see my first video on mean, part 1. You write mean, part 1, mean ICSC, class 10 you put, you will get details of all this. So this is second one of it. Now the third one, children, here we have 3 methods. There are 3 methods. Okay, there are 3 methods. Number 1 is what we call direct method. Direct method, what we do, children, if you see, summation of fy by summation of f. Number B we call shortcut method, where we have assuming a plus fd by summation of f. So this is my second one. I'll write it a little up so that you can fy by f. So again, for ungrouped data, it is sum of thing by number of things. For group data discrete, second one you see, this is fx by f. You can see in the example which I have solved. And third one, with group data in form of classes, for this we have 3 methods. For this we have 3 methods. And the third one, children, is called step deviation method. So this is step deviation method, where you will see it is assumed mean. A stand for assumed mean. These two are also called assumed mean method. So A plus C, we multiply class width, it is not class interval, class width into FU, or sometimes we take T also by summation of F. So once more, group data, this is very important. Generally one question comes either from here or from ogive. Ogive I'll tell you when I do median. So one question is very important from this part. This is generally a 4-mark question, and these are generally 3-mark question. So we have mean, and these are the 3 ways. Next we move on to second thing called, so please pause the video, and copy this full thing. They are very important, whose value you will understand when you go through in detail about mean, median and mode. So please you copy this and pause and copy. Next I am moving on to median. So median, children, you see, for this 3 different type of data, median, if we have, how we are going to find. First, median for 1 and 2 is common. Median, if you see, for first 2 type it is common. It is same. What is it? Median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation when n is your odd, and median is n by 2 plus n by 2 plus 1. These are observation, children, divided by 2 when n is even. So I have already explained. You can go to my 6 videos, 2 on mean, 2 on median and 2 on mode, to understand what I am doing. So when n is even, there are 2 middle terms. Median is called middle term. When n is odd, there is 1 middle term, and this is the formula. So 1 and 2 we have a common method, but for group data there is something, children. So this is for 1 and 2. This is the median. Both of them are common for ungrouped data and group data discrete. For the third one, what we have, children, is called ogive. We draw an S curve. This is called in a graph S curve. Okay, this is called ogive, or this is also called cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so we will see how to draw on a graph this cumulative frequency curve. We get ogive and we get the median from grouped data, which is in form of classes. So this was all about median, and the last thing which we will see is what we call mode, and there we will see for these 3 different type of data, so how we have 3 different ways. So please pause the video and write and copy. So the last one in my discussion is what we call mode. So mode we find by this 3 type of data in 3 different ways. So mode for number 1 is the most occurring value. Okay, there will be another wording which I'll tell you. Number 2, highest, we have to see the highest frequency. Okay, highest frequency. So I've already done that. So, and the third one here we have we draw what we call histogram. Histogram is something which you may have done in class 8. We have something like this joint bar graph. Joint bar graph. So something like this we draw, and we join and we take something like this, which you will see in the third part of mode. So kindly pause the video and copy, and then so this you can say occurring, another wording is most frequently. So another way of saying is most occurring value or maximum time the value which occurs. So it is, you can say, the value occurring most frequently. And second thing, highest frequency also you can call maximum frequency. Okay, so you see the video to understand. And the third one is called histogram, which is we draw a histogram and we get the mode. So boys, this was introductory lesson. Please pause the video and copy, and after seeing two video on each, go back to this, then your understanding will be quite clear. Thank you boys for watching.